Hi, my name is Jen Rosenthal, and I have been a nationally certified child passenger safety technician since 2017. Basically, I help parents and caregivers keep their kids as safe as possible in cars. I am also the mom to 3 kids who are now all in booster seats. I've installed hundreds of different car seats over the years. We know that keeping kids safe in cars is important, but car seat choice, use, and installation can be pretty overwhelming for most parents and caregivers. Depending on what study you look at, anywhere from 52 to 90% of child restraints in the U.S. show some sort of misuse, according to the AAA and National Safety Council. Improper restraints can actually lead to injury and even death. This is important stuff. In this short video, I will talk about the importance of reading your car seats manual, the difference between types of car seats and when they're appropriate to use, some general do's and don'ts, and where to get more information. Unlike when putting IKEA furniture together, you shouldn't just wing it when it comes to car seat manuals. Because each seat is different, you should become familiar with it before trying to use it. And your car seat manual isn't the only manual that comes in handy when installing a car seat. Your vehicle's manual itself is also important. Almost all vehicle manuals have a section about installing a car seat and sometimes will dictate where or how to best install it. Even seasoned car seat techs check manuals because there's just so many different seats and cars out there. Okay, so now that you know it's really important to read the manual, now what seat do you need? There are 3 basic types of seats: rear-facing, forward-facing, and belt positioning booster seats. Some seats can do more than one position, so let's talk about each type. The 2 kinds of seats that rear face are the infant seat and the convertible. The infant seat is a rear-facing only seat, sometimes called a bucket seat. It's the type that has a handle and that can be removed from its base to take the baby out of the car and can be placed in a stroller or brought inside. This seat typically has the shortest use because a child often grows out of it around age 1. Almost all babies will then move on to a rear-facing convertible car seat. The convertible car seat is one that can both rear face and forward face, so a child can fit into it for longer. It doesn't have the convenience of being able to be removed from a base and carried inside, though. Both are safe for infants as long as they fit the seat properly. The best thing you can do for your child is to keep them rear facing for as long as they fit the weight and height limits for the seat. Once a seat maxes out on using a rear facing seat, it's time to turn them face forward. If you have a convertible car seat, this means reading your manual and setting it up to be installed forward-facing. There are also car seats that are forward-facing only and combination car seats that can also be used as belt positioning boosters when the time comes. Once a kid hits the limit for a forward-facing seat, it's time to move to the belt positioning booster. This seat does just what its name implies. It helps boost the child up so as to position the car's seatbelt in the correct position on a child's body. The seatbelt should be across the thighs and centered on the shoulder. Kids typically use a booster till like ages 10 to 12. So when is it time to ditch the booster seat? It's when they can pass the 5-step test. The child should be scooted all the way back in the car seat. In this position, their knees should bend over the seat and their feet should be flat on the floor. This criteria ensures that the child won't slump to be more comfortable, which would place the lap belt on the soft tissue instead of the upper thighs. The lap belt needs to be on their upper thighs and the shoulder belt should be flat on the shoulder, not hovering or cutting into their neck. If a child doesn't meet all these criteria, they should continue to use a booster. It's possible that a child can go without a booster in some cars and need it in others, depending on the car's seat size. A caution: 4 out of 5 parents move their kid out of a booster seat before the child is big enough, according to a recent report published in 2024 by the Safe Kids Worldwide. So there are a lot of different brands and types of seats at different price points out there. Some people swear by certain brands, but no matter what seat you buy, all legally sold seats in the United States have to meet the U.S. federal motor vehicle safety standards. Seats that are more expensive just usually have more features and conveniences. A word of caution: just like you find fake brand name purses out there, there are also counterfeit car seats. If the price of a seat seems too good to be true, it likely is. Be sure to buy from a reputable seller. This module includes more information on identifying counterfeit seats. Some do's and don'ts. Don't delay. Register your seat today. Then you're informed of any recalls on that seat. Seats come with a registration card, or you can do it on the seat's manufacturer's page. In 2014, more than 6 million car seats were recalled for a safety defect, yet fewer than half of them were fixed. Recalls happen every year, so stay informed. Some recalls just mean an easy fix, but others can signify a big safety concern, so be sure to register. Do clean your seat according to the manufacturer's instructions in the manual. As anyone with kids can tell you, they are messy, and car seats can get food and worse on them. Cleaning your seats improperly can impact its effectiveness in a crash. For instance, most seat manufacturers prohibit the straps from being fully immersed in water because of how it affects their ability to perform correctly in the events of a crash. Don't ruin your seat by cleaning it improperly. Don't use bulky coats in car seats. The coat can interfere with being able to make the harness snug enough. A loose harness may not be able to keep a child safe in a crash. I get it. I live in Maine, and it gets cold in the winter. So put your child in a light jacket and use a blanket over them to keep them warm. Even adults shouldn't wear bulky coats in the car. Anything that impacts the harnesses or car seat, the seat belt's ability to keep you secure should be avoided. Don't buy secondhand seats. Most times the recommendation is to not buy a used car seat or one that you don't know the full, complete history of. Improper cleaning, being involved in an accident, being expired. Yes, car seats have expiration dates. And even being checked on in an airplane can impact a seat's effectiveness and therefore impact your child's safety. Do find a local CPST. This module includes videos showing the installation of different types of seats and links to a lot of other resources and information. But it's hard to beat meeting with a nationally certified child passenger technician in person to check your install and get information on how to keep your kids as safe as possible in cars. And one more reminder, the car seats manual includes almost everything you need to properly install and use your car seat. It really is worth the time to read it thoroughly and reread it when you need to make any changes to your seat. Thank you for watching this intro video. I hope you find the resources in this module useful.